Yeah, so today I thought I'd go over a new series I'm starting. Basically, it's kind of like my all classes overview, except I'm kind of like narrowing in each class. And I would say this is more for newer players, but maybe if you're an experienced player, you might learn something from it too. It's just kind of explaining why you want to play the class, and maybe it'll help you want to check it out. So we're gonna be focusing in on the Gunslinger today. So basically, the Gunslinger just got released in September, so it is a brand new class. Well, kind of new. It's been about 2 months now. But basically, it's a ranged DPS class. It's pretty unique in the aspect that literally all you have to do on the class is just DPS. It's one of the few classes that you really don't have to, worry about any mechanics. Like certain classes, there's boss mechanics that you have to use. Like for example, the Summoner class, if you're in Evandrate Citadel, you have to be able to use the stealth mechanic for the boss. Uh, various other classes, but for the Gunslinger, literally your only one job is just to stand there and DPS. And so this kind of makes it perfect for maybe a newer player or just someone in general who just loves, doing a ton of damage. Because at the moment, honestly, the Gunslinger probably has the top DPS when they're fully geared with BT accessories and everything else, Raven, all that good stuff. I would say they're probably top tier. So if you're just looking for a class that's strictly damage, this is the class you want to play. For PvP wise, they're not very strong. Um, you won't really see too many top tier gunslingers. Of course, like most of the classes in the game is very skill based. So obviously, if you're very skilled and very strong with the class and you've played it a lot, you're going to be able to beat someone who's not as mechanically skilled on their class that they're playing. So obviously, for 1v1s and 3v3s, it's definitely skill based. But if you're fighting a very skilled assassin versus and you're very skilled at gunslinger, you're probably going to lose because assassin is just naturally way more stronger for PvP. So unfortunately, if you're a PvP only player or that's all like you really care about, I wouldn't recommend the gunslinger. But if you love doing dungeons and raids and you're just one of those people that love doing tons of damage, then gunslinger is definitely the class for you. Also, they're very easy to quest with. You do so much damage. Kind of reminds me of the Force Master in the aspect that they just like one shot like tons of bosses in the questing. They just are super fast to quest. So if you don't like doing the storyline and you don't want to buy a level 50 jump start thing potion that they have, then you literally can just quest on the gunslinger and you'll be at level 50 in no time just because it's so easy. So that's basically how the gunslinger works. Recapping, just basically if you love doing tons of damage and that's all you really want to do, and you don't want to have to worry about doing any mechanics, you just want to stand there and just do a hell of a lot of damage, then the Gunslinger is definitely a class you want to play. It's a pretty easy class to learn. There's nothing too crazy about it. So as it says, kind of more for beginners. But, experienced players can play it too just because it's very fun to stand there and just do tons of damage. So hopefully this kind of made you maybe want to try out the Gunslinger, or if you already have, let me know how you feel about it. And thank you guys for watching.